keeping in view about the rules provided by the KSTA, we have to maintain the social distancing between the students. So we connected 2 classrooms. Now one teacher is able to connect from one laptop to multiple view boards. It helps us in better teaching and the safety of our students.
Before Viewboard, we had a lot of limitations to the lessons, technical limitations, visual, and now those limitations are gone. Things are faster, accurate, and more engaging. For example, we have 2 students of determination in the class. One doesn't like to interact with people, doesn't like to make eye contact, but he's very engaged in the lessons on the board. And another one is non-verbal, doesn't hold a pencil or a pen, doesn't do any work like that, but he will join in all the lessons and interactive games and movements we have on the board. And he will write on the board where we can't get him writing on table. And there's videos and clips that are suitable for education where they're not suitable on their tablets. There's ads coming up, so we don't have that issue on the interactive board. As a teacher, I have more time in preparing and sharing the lessons with the students. And for those who are the hybrid learning, we have some students at home, some students in the classroom. It has made that a better experience for all of us. The students at home can see me, they can see their peers in the classroom, and they can see everything that's happening on the board. As I'm writing on the board, they can see everything at home. And if I'm asking students in the classroom, give me an example of an answer, or you come up and write something on the board, they can see it at home. And I can also ask the students at home, you give me an answer, you fill in an answer, and they can annotate on the board, and we can see what they are writing as they write it. My Viewboard has made the hybrid learning experience more enjoyable and engaging for me, the teacher, the students in the classroom, and the students at home.
Okay, well, it's not simply to do with the COVID pandemic. You have to understand the GAF Primary School here in Jebel Ali is a new opening school. One of I think only 4 actually new schools were opened in Dubai during this time. And so the very fast growth of the number of students that came for face-to-face teaching and learning meant that we wanted to get the right number of screens in place. So that was probably why we were looking then at getting the most recent technology, to ensure really that we can meet the needs of all the students that were coming in. Because when we started, around about sort of 60 students, but now, in fact, in spite of the COVID, we're close to 120. So that has meant, obviously, that we've needed more screens. But not only that, where COVID has actually played a role here is that, of course, there is a limit on the number of students that you can actually have in any one classroom, any one bubble, if you like. So in early years, for example, we have a maximum of 10, and in the middle and upper primary, a maximum of 12 per bubble. So that means that we need MyView screens in order to ensure that we can mirror, teaching in one pod, if you like, one classroom in another. MyView board solution provided us with that. I think the principal reason why we chose MyView board was because it provided us an opportunity to teach not only the students in the classroom, but also those students that are elected to do learning at home. So this is part of our hybrid learning policy. And the MyView board solution provided us with that. I think that this kind of technology in a classroom is going to be the future anyway, and I think that Viewboard is certainly a device that we've gotten used to. Whether you're a teacher or whether you're a student, or in fact, like myself, a principal, we're learning a lot simply by actually getting to know the board's features. So trial and error, practice, experimentation, we're always finding new ways in which we can actually use the board, and that in itself is part of the education that the students are receiving. GAF Primary School started up, 31st of August was our first day of launch. And we're now talking in January of 2021. And since then, we formed partnerships with the British Council for IELTS. We're becoming a member of the British Schools of the Middle East. We've had our first evaluation by the KHDA, which suggests we're on track. And one of the key features, I suppose, of that particular evaluation was what features have really contributed to the growth in learning at the school in our first term. And we were able to talk about ViewSonic as being instrumental in that. So in terms of building partnerships for the future, particularly in terms of assistive technologies, I would say that our partnership with ViewSonic is critical. So thank you very much.